So snapshot pools, this is the initial landing space for your data. Our suggested retention is very, very short, 1 to 3 days. Any data that needs to be restored is going to come from the snap pool, which means if it's in your dedupe pool, it will be rehydrated back to the snap pool and then restored out to the host. Same applies for mounts or really any data that you're going to then make available to any of your hosts or applications in your production environment. The dedupe pool, now we're talking about the local dedupe pool, is on-site deduplicated data. Now we consider that a medium retention data type. We suggest that for 2 to 5 days. Generally, whatever your snapshot retention is, double it, and that will be your local dedupe retention. Now we suggest these quick pushes out to dedupe because on the local machine, restores are very, very quick from local dedupe, provided that you've got disk space, which again calls back to why it's important to sometimes leave an extra M disk or two, just in case for those emergencies that we never considered when we were setting everything up. Remote dedupe or a cloud pool, we can treat these essentially the same. These are offsite data repositories to hold deduplicated data. Now, cloud pools can hold snap data. That, however, is another webinar. The remote dedupe pool, if you have the infrastructure in between your local node, your local CDS, and the remote, your restores from remote dedupe will be about the same speed as they are on local dedupe. Not quite as fast as you can imagine. Once you start breaking things up into network packets and start adding frames and headers, it does slow it down a bit. However, with a nice, robust connection between the two, the time difference isn't that much. Now, there's another side to this coin. If you have a 100 megabit connection to your remote site, we simply come back to bit math. If you have a 5 terabyte instance that you need to restore from remote dedupe, and you have a 100 megabit pipe in between the two, this is going to take quite some time. So it's important to look ahead to see what data and the size of the data that you're putting on your remote site to make sure that the connection between the local and the remote is sufficient to bring that data back in time for your business SLAs to make that data available back to your production environment. Thank you for joining us for another YouTube Tech Tip video. If you like the content you're seeing on this channel, please remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you will be alerted to any future content.